Chapter 1. The Days of My Childhood. My name is Henry, and at 75 years old I've lived through countless seasons, but when the world grows still at night, and I sit alone with my thoughts, it's not the endless stream of years that fills my mind, only the moments that carve themselves into my soul, those precious days that shaped the man I am. Tonight I invite you to walk with me through those memories, to feel the warmth, the lessons, and the love that made them unforgettable, hoping they stir something in you, whether you're young and chasing dreams or older, carrying your own treasures of the past. If you're young, you might think life stretches out forever, a road with endless turns and chances, but let me tell you, time slips through your fingers like sand, and when you reach my age, you'll see it was the most fleeting gift of all. So listen closely. Let my story be a lantern for your path, and if you're my age, I know you'll feel your own heart echo with memories of parents, love, and those golden days that never fade. I can still see my father's weathered hands guiding me at 5 years old as we walked through the fields near our modest home, teaching me to plant seeds with care, his voice steady as he said, "Henry, patience turns a seed into a tree. Life's the same. Give it time and heart." I was restless, kicking dirt, but when those first green sprouts broke through, his proud smile taught me that small efforts bloom into wonders. My mother was the heartbeat of our home, her love woven into every corner despite our lack of wealth, no fine clothes or jewels, just a spirit that glowed brighter than gold, baking bread with hands that carried both strength and tenderness, always sharing with neighbors even when our own pantry was near empty. One stormy night, when a fever gripped me tight, she stayed awake, pressing cool cloths to my forehead, whispering tales of distant lands until I drifted to sleep, her words planting dreams that carried me far beyond our small village. There was a day when my father handed me a worn-out book, its pages yellowed but heavy with promise, saying, "This is your key to the world, Henry. Read it, and you'll never be poor." I clung to that book, reading under the dim glow of a lantern, ignoring my friends' laughter at my useless treasure, learning early that knowledge is a wealth no one can steal. We had little, patched clothes, simple meals, but our evenings around the fire, filled with stories and laughter, felt richer than any feast, my mother's voice reminding us, "Happiness lives in the people you share it with, not in what you own." My father taught me respect, once giving our last loaf to a hungry stranger, explaining, "Kindness builds bridges that money can't buy," a lesson that rooted deep when I saw gratitude in that man's eyes. My mother taught forgiveness, catching me in a childish lie about a broken jar. Her gentle words, "Truth mends, lies break," leading me to confess and find peace in honesty. One day, running wild, I fell hard, scraping my knees, and my father lifted me, saying, "Pain's a teacher, son. It shows you how to rise stronger." School brought its own lessons. At 9, I failed a math test and wanted to quit, but my mother's hug and words, "Mistakes are the soil where success grows," pushed me to study harder. At 13, I longed for a shiny new coat, like my friends, but we couldn't afford it, and my father's advice, "Walk with pride, Henry, for your heart matters more than your clothes," gave me dignity no cloth could match. Losses stung too, a race I didn't win, a friend who turned away, but my father's voice echoed, "Trying is the real victory, never fear the fall." These childhood days, with a father's wisdom, a mother's love, and simple joys, built the roots of my life, and if you're young, I urge you to cherish your parents now. Listen to their lessons, for they're your first heroes. If you're old, you know these truths already, and when I close my eyes, I'm that boy again, safe in their love, whispering to myself, "Yes, those were the best days of my life." Like, subscribe, and share. Click the hype button to hype the video. Give super thanks to support us. Chapter 2. The Golden Years of Youth. As childhood faded, my teenage years, between 10 and 16, unfolded like a sunrise, bright with hope, friendships, and lessons that gilded my path, not with wealth, but with the kind of richness that lasts a lifetime, which I call my golden days. School became a world of its own, a place of books and rules that felt heavy at first, but my father's words gave me clarity. Discipline isn't a cage, Henry. It's the wings that let you fly. Respect time, and it will respect you. I struggled, but showing up on time, listening closely, sharpened my mind. And when I failed a history exam, tears burning my cheeks, my father sat me down, his voice calm. Failure's not the end. It's a signpost pointing you forward, so pick up your pen and keep going. That moment lit a fire, and the next test I passed, learning that falling is only fatal if you stay down. My mother's wisdom complemented his, especially when I envied neighbors with bigger homes, her gentle smile cutting through my complaints. Riches aren't in walls or coins, Henry. They're in a heart that finds joy in hard times, smile through the rain, and you're wealthier than kings. Her peace during lean harvests showed me contentment is a treasure no storm can steal. Friends made those years shine brighter. We'd run through fields, inventing games with sticks and stones, no toys needed, just laughter that echoed till dusk. And my father's advice, choose friends who lift your soul, not just your mood, guided me to keep those who stood by me in fights and shared my dreams. Honesty became my anchor. At 12, I hid a broken tool, but my mother's quiet words, lies erode trust like water wears stone, truth builds it strong, pushed me to confess, the relief sweeter than any escape. Dreams took root too. I wanted to be a carpenter, stacking wood into makeshift chairs, and my mother encouraged, every dream, no matter how small, is a seed. Water it with effort. At 14, I ran a school race, stumbled, and came in last, but my teacher's hand on my shoulder, finishing is a victory, Henry, next time reach higher, taught me effort outweighs trophies. Sacrifice showed in my parents' choices, my mother skipping her own meals to fill my plate, saying, love gives without weighing the cost, a debt I swore to honor. My father's kindness to strangers, like sharing our scarce firewood, came with his reasoning, give today, and kindness finds you tomorrow. Responsibility landed hard when I neglected our garden and plants wilted. My father's calm rebuke, care for small things or big ones will slip through, made me diligent ever after. Family nights were the heart of it all, sitting by the hearth, sharing tales, eating simple rice, feeling a warmth no palace could offer, and my mother's voice, peace is home, Henry, not a place but a feeling. Those years gifted me timeless lessons. Value time, embrace mistakes, seek joy within, choose true friends, stay honest, nurture dreams, respect effort, give freely, own duties, cherish family. Now at 75, I see that boy wild and free, learning life's truths, and I whisper, yes, those were my golden days. Like, subscribe, and share. Click the hype button to hype the video. Give super thanks to support us. Chapter 3. The First Spark of Love. As youth replaced boyhood, my heart stirred with new feelings, and at 26, life shifted forever with one glance that set my soul ablaze, marking the start of a chapter that redefined my world. I saw her at a village fair, her laughter dancing over the crowd as she helped a child with a dropped toy, her eyes bright with kindness, and my heart thumped so loud I feared she'd hear it across the bustle. Days passed, but her face lingered, pulling me back to that spot, hoping for another glimpse. Her small acts, carrying a neighbor's basket, smiling at strangers, telling me she was more than beautiful. She was good. Doubt gnawed at me. What if she turns you away? But my heart pushed harder, urging, speak, or you'll regret it forever. One evening, gathering every ounce of courage, I approached her, voice trembling, hello, I'm Henry. And her warm reply, I'm Sarah, opened a door I'd never close. We talked, first small things, then dreams, fears, her struggles with a strict family, my hopes to build something lasting, and when she said, "I want someone who stands by me through life's storms," I whispered. "Maybe that's me," her shy smile lighting up my world. Love grew in stolen moments, letters slipped under moonlight, walks by the river where we'd laugh at nothing and everything, her words, "You make my days brighter," echoing in my heart as I wrote back, "You're my son." Oh, mal. But shadows loomed. Her family wanted a richer match, dismissing me as just a dreamer with empty pockets, and when she told me, tears in her eyes, my chest tightened. But I vowed, I'll prove them wrong, not with wealth, but with love. I worked harder, taking grueling jobs, hauling timber, sweeping shops. Each coin saved a promise to her, ignoring friends who laughed, "You're mad for her." One winter night I stood outside her home, snow soaking my shoes just to catch her silhouette, my heart whispering, "This is love, worth every shiver." Her faith held strong. In secret notes she wrote, "I'm scared, but I'm yours." And I replied, "Forever, no matter what." Her brother's harsh words, "You'll never be enough," stung, but I answered calmly, "Time will show who I am." At 75, I see that first look as the spark that lit my life's greatest fire, teaching me love demands courage, effort, and unwavering belief, turning a boy into a man ready to build a future, all because of one moment that led to my best days. Like, subscribe, and share. Click the hype button to hype the video. Give super thanks to support us. Chapter 4. The Battle for Love. Love came like a sunrise, but it brought storms that tested my soul. For after those first sweet moments with Sarah, her family stood like a fortress between us, declaring me unworthy with no wealth or status, sparking a fight that became the fiercest of my youth. She came to me one evening, eyes glistening, voice soft. "They say you can't give me a future, Henry, but I don't believe them. Yet they're my family, and I'm torn." Her words cut deep, but I made a silent oath not to fight her kin, but to shatter their doubts with my resolve. I threw myself into work, taking any job, carrying sacks till my shoulders screamed, laboring under the sun till my skin burned, each wage a brick in the foundation of our dream. And at night, though exhausted, I'd write to her, "Our home is coming, Sarah. Hold on to us." Doubt crept in during dark hours. Why must love be this hard? But her face, her trust, reignited my fire, reminding me that giving up meant losing her, while fighting might win her forever. She was my partner in courage, slipping me notes, "I'm afraid, but I'm with you." And I'd whisper back, "I'll never let go, not in this life or any other." Her father confronted me once, voice cold, "You're nothing but a fool chasing shadows." But I stood tall, replying, "I may be small now, but my love is bigger than your doubts. Watch me prove it." The battle wasn't just outward. I fought my own fears, my aching body, my moments of despair, but my father's old words, "Never quit, Henry," echoed, pushing me forward. Love, I learned, isn't just soft promises. It's grit, sacrifice, proving your heart with action, not words. Her letters kept me alive. "Even if we're poor, I'll be happy with you," making me feel richer than any merchant. Slowly, her family saw my relentless effort, her unwavering loyalty, and their walls began to crack. Not quickly, but surely, as love's truth wore them down. Looking back at 75, those years of struggle were the forge that shaped me, teaching that nothing worthwhile comes easy, that true love is built through sweat and tears, and if you're fighting for something pure now, whether love or a dream, don't falter, for the pain carves you stronger, and those battles, though brutal, became part of my best days. Like, subscribe, and share. Click the hype button to hype the video. Give super thanks to support us. Chapter 5. The Day Love Won. After years of toil, tears, and unyielding hope, the moment arrived when love overcame every obstacle. And our wedding day became the crown jewel of my youth, a day where dreams turned to reality and my heart found its home. Her family, once unyielding, saw our unbreakable bond, my endless work, Sarah's steadfast faith, and finally relented. Their "Yes, you may marry," hitting me like a wave, my knees trembling as I whispered, "We did it." Walking toward her that day, she stood radiant, not in jewels, but in the glow of her spirit, her simple dress more beautiful than any gown. And as I took her hand, my heart pounded so loud I thought the village could hear. My father stood tall, pride in his eyes. My mother's tears spoke of joy. And when I asked Sarah, "Are you ready?" her reply, "I've been ready since the day we met," sealed my soul to hers. Our vows were simple, spoken in a small room with no grand decorations, but the love that filled it was boundless, and as we promised to stand together through all life's storms, I felt a strength I'd never known. My father's hand on my shoulder came with words I carried forever. "She's your treasure now, Henry. Guard her with your life." My mother's embrace held her wisdom. Be her strength, her peace, her home. As we walked out hand in hand, the world felt new. I had no riches, no grand house, but I had her, and that was a wealth beyond measure. That night, sitting together, she said, "After all the pain, we're here." And I replied, "And I'll never let you go." Her head on my shoulder brought a peace I can still feel at 75, a moment that lives as vividly as ever, proving a wedding's beauty lies not in gold but in two hearts uniting, a reward for every struggle, every letter, every tear. If you're young, hear this. Chase love, not splendor, for it's the bond that endures. If old, you know this truth, and that day, shining with her smile, was not just my happiest. It was one of the best of my life. Like, subscribe, and share. Click the hype button to hype the video. Give super thanks to support us. Chapter 6. Our Sweet Beginning. Marriage opened a new chapter, one where Sarah and I built a home not of bricks, but of shared dreams, laughter, and love, turning a humble space into a sanctuary that felt richer than any palace. We started with little, a few dishes, a creaky bed, worn blankets. But when Sarah looked around and said, "This is ours, Henry, and it's perfect," my heart swelled, knowing that, with her, I was the wealthiest man alive. Our first mornings were magic. She'd brew tea, her shy smile as she set it before me, making the simplest sip taste like a feast. And when I said, "This is better than anything," her laughter filled the room, brightening even the grayest dawn. We did everything together, haggling at the market, giggling over our clumsy cooking, even when we burned the rice, and I'd hold her saying, "It's perfect as long as it's with you," her reply. "Then we'll never go hungry," sealing our joy. Evenings were our haven. We'd sing old songs, plan our future, her dream of a quiet life echoing mine, and I promised, "We'll build that peace brick by brick." When rains leaked through our roof, we'd scramble with buckets, her laughter as water dripped down her hair, turning a mess into a memory. And when she asked, "Did I choose right, leaving my family's wishes?" I held her tight, saying, "You chose truth, you chose us, and that's everything." Our life was simple, but every shared moment, eating, dreaming, laughing, was wealth beyond gold, and her presence turned exhaustion into strength, making our small home a kingdom of love. At 75, I see those days as the foundation of my happiness, teaching that joy doesn't need grandeur, only two hearts beating as one. And if you're young, know that happiness lies in shared smiles, not possessions. If old, you feel this truth, and those early years with her remain among my best days. Like, subscribe, and share. Click the hype button to hype the video. Give super thanks to support us. Chapter 7. The Trials We Faced. The sweetness of our early marriage couldn't shield us from life's harder edges, and soon reality tested our bond with empty pockets, endless bills, and nights when we faced a table with barely enough to eat. Yet Sarah's words, "We'll share this bread with love, Henry," turned scarcity into a moment of connection, her strength easing the ache in my heart. There were evenings when stress boiled over, arguments flaring over small things, burnt meals, late hours, And once as she cried, "Why must it be so hard?" I held her close, whispering, "Life's testing our love, but we're stronger than this." And her resolve, "Then let's not break," became our vow to endure. Money was tight, dreams of gifts or new clothes faded, but Sarah's smile saying, "We have enough in each other," taught me patience outweighs wealth. One winter, our roof leaked worse than ever, water pooling on the floor, and my frustration burst, "Why can't we have better?" But her calm reply, "This is our path, we'll mend it together," pulled me from despair, her steadiness my anchor. Losing a job hit hardest. I trudged home, fearing her disappointment, but she hugged me tight, saying, "It's just work, we'll find more as long as we're together," her faith giving me courage to rise again. Through every trial, we learned that love isn't about avoiding pain, but holding on through it, standing side by side against the storms, and her strength, her quiet, "If you fall, I'll lift you," became my lifeline. At 75, those hard roads shine as brightly as the sweet ones, proving that love grows deepest in struggle. And if you're facing your own battles now, know this: walk them together, for the toughest paths lead to the sweetest victories. And those years, though heavy, were among my best days. Like, subscribe, and share. Click the hype button to hype the video. Give super thanks to support us. Chapter 8. The children we raised. With time, our home grew fuller, not with riches, but with the laughter and cries of our children who brought new light and challenges, weaving a chapter that tested and enriched our love in ways we never imagined. Sarah glowed when our first child, a daughter, was born, her tiny hand gripping my finger, and as we named her Lily, Sarah whispered, "She's our miracle, Henry." And I felt a new purpose bloom, to protect, to teach, to love beyond myself. Later, our son Thomas arrived, his endless energy turning our quiet evenings into chaos. And though exhaustion weighed heavy, Sarah's laughter as he toddled into mischief reminded me that joy often hides in the mess. Raising them wasn't easy. Sleepless nights, scraped knees, and endless questions stretched us thin. But we'd take turns telling stories, Sarah's voice soothing them to sleep, while I taught them to build kites from scraps, echoing my father's lessons about crafting dreams from little. There were hard days, Lily's fever that kept us awake, Thomas's rebellion at 14, shouting he'd run away. But Sarah's calm, "He needs love, not anger," guided us to listen, to mend, teaching me patience is love's quiet strength. We gave them what we could, not toys but time, not wealth but lessons. And when Lily, at 16, said, "You gave us everything," my heart swelled, knowing love had been enough. They grew, left, built their own lives, but their visits, their laughter, kept our home alive, and Sarah's pride, "We raised them strong, Henry," was a treasure no gold could match. At 75, those years of raising them shine as a testament to love's endurance, showing that family is built on shared struggles and joys. And if you're young, cherish those you raise. If old, you know their voices still echo, making those days among my best. Like, subscribe, and share. Click the hype button to hype the video. Give super thanks to support us. Chapter 9. The Last Treasure. Life rolled on, bringing victories and losses, laughter and tears, and now at 75, as I sit in the quiet of my days, my memories remain my greatest treasure, holding the love, lessons, and moments that define my life. Sarah was my partner through decades, her presence turning our simple life into something profound. Her voice, "We'll get through, Henry," guiding me through every trial, her hand in mine, a reminder that love was our true wealth. When illness stole her strength, I sat by her bed holding her frail hand, her words weak but piercing. "You gave me a life of love, Henry. I needed nothing more." My tears fell as I replied, "You were my everything, my strength, my peace." And her final wish, "Live on, carry our love, not our pain, became my vow. Her absence left a void, the house silent, the days heavy, but her words pushed me to live, to keep her alive in memory. I see my childhood, my father's steady hands, my mother's gentle songs, my youth, Sarah's first smile, our battles won, our family, Lily's laughter, Thomas's dreams. Each moment is a jewel, richer than any fortune, and when asked, "Henry, what was your life's best part?" I answer, "Every day I loved and was loved." If you're young, chase love, truth, kindness. They endure when all else fades. If old, you hold your own treasures, smiles and voices that live on. Life gives no endless days, but it offers moments to make beautiful. Fill them with love, not anger, for one day, like me, you'll sit with only memories, and you'll want them to shine. My parents, Sarah, our children, they're gone but not lost, walking with me in silence, smiling in dreams, my last treasure until my final breath. These were my best days, shared with you, so you may craft your own with courage, love, and joy. Like, subscribe, and share. Click the hype button to hype the video. Give super thanks to support us. The end.